Sighting your rifle is one of the most important things you can do when you're hunting. And they have good vision, so they're very challenging to kind of stalk unless you're very quiet and you know what you're doing. Welcome to the episode. I went to Rome Ranch to go hunting. I actually went there to go hunting specifically for wild hog and axis chital deer. Check it out, you're gonna enjoy it, and I will see you at the end of the video.
Last year's turkey harvest.
All right, so we're here at the property at Rome Ranch, and we are set up at this yurt that we're gonna be staying at tonight. We met with the guide, Davis. He's gonna be coming back to meet with us and really set us up for our rifles, to get our rifles sighted. Sighting your rifle is one of the most important things you can do when you're hunting. When you first get to the location, because of your travel and in the way that you store your rifle, the scope can oftentimes be adjusted or misadjusted as it was transported to the actual place where you're going to be hunting. So when you first get there, you want to be able to get into a position and take a shot and hit the target fairly accurately. And then you can adjust your scope on your rifle based on the conditions, based on how the bullet is coming out of the rifle itself and how you're hitting the target.
We gotta go left on the scope.
Yeah.
I'm using a 6.5 Creedmoor Savage Axis 2 rifle, which has an incredibly accurate round, high velocity round. The actual AR-10 was the rifle that we had that was scoped with a thermal scope. We have a thermal scope. We're probably gonna do some night hunting as well. We're about an hour and a half west of Austin. They said that there was axis here last night. We're kind of just getting ourselves situated, and then we're gonna figure out our game plan for what we're doing for the hunt.
Blockbuster is such a yeah, I'll get that rangefinder.
Cool, cool. We're on our way right now. Davis is taking us to a location where he's seen some axis, and we're gonna kind of check it out. So we're about to stalk. We're gonna go kind of scope out this area, but at this point, all quiet. Just kind of keep it really low key.
You know, usually at this time it's still so hot you can't even get out. But, you know,
They're kind of bedded down, just kind of.
usually at this time everything's batted down. But
I specifically chose the end of July, early August. It's some of the hottest times of year in Texas Hill Country, but because Rome Ranch is a regenerative farm with bison, the land is very rich. The land has a lot of different species, soil, food for different animals. And so it's kind of like this hot spot where you see a lot of wild animals.
pretty active deer, and in the mornings, I'm not sure about the evenings, but in the mornings, axis come and cross this field here. So that might be a good place to sit down.
So we just went out with Davis, and we went to go stalk some axis, and we're gonna probably end up going into a blind for a couple of hours, hour and a half.
After that, we're gonna go down to the river. They've got a spot there where there's a lot of wild hog, and we're gonna take a thermal scope, AR-15, and we're gonna track down some hogs and get us some hogs, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's a little challenging because we've got Andrew, me, and Taylor, or Davis, so there's three of us, and deer can smell really well, they can hear really well, and they have good vision, so they're very challenging to kind of stalk unless you're very quiet and you know what you're doing. And the weather's kind of all over the place right now. Weather really has a big impact when it comes to hunting as well. It rained this afternoon, so temperature's really cooled down, which is really nice for us, but it's a little less predictable. They're used to hunting pretty dry and hot this time of year. It's basically beginning of August in central Texas, so it is hot usually here. And so that affects the patterns of when the animals come out in the rain and when they bed down and when they're in their environment. So keeps it exciting. You ever tried this? Definitely pick some of this stuff up. It's amazing. We got some farm fresh eggs from Rome Ranch, courtesy of Taylor and Katie. And the plan is to still head over to the river where they have wild hog
And there's also a lot of deer that bed down there. So we're gonna go to the river tonight with the scope and the thermal scope, and we're gonna see if we can actually get ourselves some wild hog and some deer on the river. Axis deer, also known as chital, are spotted deer, and they're from the Indian subcontinent. So they were brought over to the United States back in the 1900s. In the earlier 1900s, they were introduced to Texas, and they have been quite dominant. The challenge with hunting axis deer is really that they are extremely jumpy, they're extremely fast, and they're adapted to avoid much more advanced predators. So when you're hunting them, getting close to them is very difficult. You often find that your closest shots will be 120, 150 yards, and you may never even get a chance, even at that range, to really take an axis. And if you get a chance, it's usually at dark. So it also becomes a much more interesting challenge to hunt these types of deer because of the fact that you're hunting them in low light conditions. So your sighting, your scoping, how you're hunting them becomes much different because of that. This is a really good bedding spot that the deer would lay down during the day when it's hot. So beautiful out here with the lightning and everything and the weather. Just nothing but a fucking rifle in a fucking forest. Deer shit right there. The animals will always take the path of least resistance. They'll go through the trails that are already made. It just allows them to go and move around. What I love about the hunting experience is teaching you patience, a valuable skill, and then the moments of just being in silence and being in nature, learning to be that way, are very, very powerful. Sounds good.
They're gonna move.
I see him. Oh, you want me to take a shot?
Kill it. Kill that light. Kill the light.
What's up, kill the light? I felt like it was too far. I don't think I could have hit it. I mean, maybe I could have, but it just felt like it was. When you come to get him, you just knife him. Yeah.
Damn.
Not my finest work, but. Yeah, how long do they take to clean? Probably a while, huh?
Yeah, it's a process for sure. This is what the learning experience is about. Anybody can shoot a gun. There is an abdominal wall. It's a muscle, and then up here, it's just gonna be. We'll see when we get there.
Kind of like what we did last time.
Yeah.
Open it up without.
Yeah. Open it up, and then we'll bring it down this way.
Shit. Okay, go this way.
Yeah, but not too deep because there are.
Lots of organs in there.
Yeah. And we want to go as straight as we can.
Okay.
So you got gloves on. You
Yeah.
can keep pushing it in. I like to do a V with my fingers here to just kind of
come in there like
separate
that?
and then keep going all the way down. You want to go to the rib cage.
That's a kidney right there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that? I'm sure it was amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments. These are incredible hogs. And don't forget, the next video is gonna close out this entire experience. And I'm gonna share with you all even more about the experience, and we're gonna show you some of the other harvests which were incredible from the hunt and some really great footage from that experience.